All right, hello and welcome to the video, guys. So before we get into today's replay, just a couple updates I want to share with you. I am going to be starting a Twitch channel. We might stream this weekend. I unfortunately don't get to see my family this weekend. I'm in Texas and my sister's in the Maryland area, and my parents are still in New Jersey. So they're quite a ways, but I work security, so I work around the clock. That's just the way global security is. If you don't work in security, now you know we're working 24/7. Throughout the holidays and all. So I will be streaming likely Christmas Eve and also Christmas, just because I won't have much else to do, right? You are welcome to join the stream. In fact, please do follow me on Twitch and join the stream. It's probably going to be around midday Central Standard Time. I'm in Texas again, in the States. So I know I got a lot of subscribers from Europe. Midday Central Standard Time. This could be nighttime for you guys in Europe. And it could even be early morning, maybe on the West Coast or wherever else in the world. So just keep that in mind. This is going to be Central Standard Time. And I'm going to show you the Twitch channel. Also, if you're a new subscriber here, thank you very much. This video was a pretty big hit for whatever reason. Sometimes videos just kind of slip through the cracks, and I don't know how to explain the algorithm that YouTube uses, but you could see I average, maybe a little over 100 views or something like that on these most recent videos and such. And this one got almost 2,000. So I appreciate anyone who's here from this video. We did get quite a few subscribers from that video. And without further ado, guys, we're going to take a look at the Twitch channel. Again, if you're new here, I hope you enjoy the videos. I do a lot of light tanks, like almost exclusively light tanks. I think they are one of the hardest classes to master in the game. In fact, I would say they are the hardest tank class in the game to master, but also the most rewarding. So that's why I enjoy playing them. I am in the Baboon 2 clan, by the way. We represent Skill. Most people know Skill. I think at this point he has, I want to say, like 160, 170,000 subs on YouTube, but we represent him, and my clan leader is SteelGuts in Tennessee, SteelGutsinTN. He also has a Twitch channel, and you can follow him as well. He is a NA community contributor, CC. So, all right, guys, I think we've had a long enough intro here. Let's take a look at the Twitch channel. I have this thing customized pretty well. Like, I've done everything. I even have done like customization for when people follow me and stuff like that. I went to Streamlabs, went to Stream Elements. I did all these things. So I have 4 followers. This is really just you guys. Again, follow the Twitch channel. We are going to be doing something this weekend. Hopefully, right? I have everything set up to kind of downgrade to 720p. I have a 1440p monitor. I set all that up. I set all the stream details up. I set my whole Twitch channel up. It was a lot, but I did it. And we have suggested, obviously, Skill and Steel here. And I have my whole About section done. I do have the donation section, my YouTube channel, my computer, and also my sister's travel page here. She's a independent travel advisor. She's very organized, guys. She's very good at this. She wants to get away from teaching, just because of the way things are going in today's world, especially in this Western world, right? I mean, it's just very different here than it was 20 years ago. I'll just leave it at that. But anyway, guys, you can join me here, or whatever it's called, follow, subscribe, follow, like all these things. I might put up a schedule soon, but just keep in mind, like, everything is here, right? You have the direct link to my YouTube channel, and on YouTube, you have the direct link to the Twitch channel. So go ahead and give this a click. All right, guys, that's everything. Let's go ahead and get into today's video. It is a even 90 replay, and this is going to be a really, really good game. It's one of those games that I had that was extremely risky at the beginning, and usually when I have these games, I like to kind of give you a very strategic overview of what was going through my mind and the like, right? I mean, it's just sometimes, actually more than sometimes, you will have situations that work and they don't normally work, right? Like, it really depends on what the enemy team does. And we had, couple discussions actually in the chat or in the comments section on my most recent video about, things like that, about, sometimes this works, sometimes this doesn't. And I agree, guys. I've been playing light tanks for years. That's all I do. All I do is look for new positions. All I do is get super aggressive. Risk equals reward. That is what I do. So again, if you're new to the channel, I'm telling you, if you want to learn how to play light tanks, watch me, watch Steel Guts. He's another person that I learned from on how to play lights. And yeah, it can be complicated, but we do make risky plays from time to time. Sometimes you have to do that. Anyway, this is going to be one of those very risky plays, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes you get a 0-0 game, and sometimes you get 5k spotting. You just never know, right? Like, this is World of Tanks. It's very inconsistent. You can say whatever you want about this. I try and play as consistently as possible, but again, I've been playing light tanks for years, and I still make really stupid plays at times, all the time. I'm human, right? That's just the way the game is and the way we are, and it is what it is, right? So here we go. We're going to run up here by this hill on the 9 line. This is Erlenberg, and I spot the Iron Arnie here. This was one of those kind of stupid plays. I came out really far because I wanted to see if I can spot people in this area. I spotted the even, and he's actually going to pay a little bit for it because he got really aggressive. And I like to come up in this manner. I like to get very close to this hill because this is what I'm trying to do, is spot people that might be coming into these bushes. But watch the play that I'm going to make now. And before I go into more detail about making this play, and you know where I'm going to go, I'm going to pop in these trees here. There are situations that need to happen, or maybe need to not happen, for this to work, right? Sometimes you will get people that will go down this line right here, and if that were the case, this wouldn't work. Sometimes you'll have a light tank that wants to try and poke up in this area, in this bush. It wouldn't work, right? But in this case, I'm realizing, look, there's no one out in this area. The even 90 has kind of effed off from here for the time being. I have, 10, 20, 30 seconds, whatever it is that I need to get into these trees, knock these trees, and kind of make a little pocket for myself. And watch how I do that. I knock this one tree. I'm going to knock this tree. I'm going to attempt to sit in, and I'm like, yeah, that's probably not going to work. I think I need to knock down one more tree. So I'm like sitting here. I'm like, maybe. And then I'm like, nah, I don't think so, man. I don't think this is enough. Let me knock this tree, and watch. I kind of wiggle the tank this way and knock the tree that way. And then you can sit right here. And again, even 90, maybe T92, AMX ELC, Manicore. Like, you're not going to be able to do this in many other tanks other than the ones I just listed. Good luck trying to sit like an LT432 in here or something. It's not going to work. But this is what the even 90 can do. With 54% concealment, this is what you can get away with. Like, look at this. I mean, you would have to almost be proxied in this tank with this kind of foliage around you. So it works in this vehicle, guys. And watch, the even 90 comes up over this hill and doesn't even spot me. Now, if he had CVS, could have been a much different story. But look at this. We spot the RHM. We spot the 283 back here. We get, the RHM almost dies from that spotting. And we do 2300 spotting. And this is phenomenal, man. Like, this is really, really good. So we're sitting here again. The even 90 comes out. He doesn't like me. And now we're going to kind of fast forward, because I do sit in here for a little bit. And eventually the Panther on my team says, hey, light tank, you need to spot. And, I'm not going to be toxic about it. I just told him, look, wait, man. Like, the game is young. I think he says that at around 10 minutes. And we're in such a good spot that I don't want to leave here. Because, look, I mean, if anybody is to come this way, even in here we might spot people. And even 90 leaves. I keep him lit. I'm not spotted myself. RHM dies, even dies, and this is a phenomenal spot to sit. I'm waiting for these guys to try and push, maybe to go after the Iron Arnie. And yeah, we're just watching to see who's lit here. I didn't have what's it called, XVM installed at this time, but I do run XVM. I think it's just kind of important to run. I like it. It just helps me determine kind of the skill level of people that I'm going up against. And I also love how it brightens up the map and stuff like that. And it also will make these, see these bulbs here next to the tanks, it makes them way bigger, so you know who's been spotted and such. It's a helpful mod and 100% legal. There's nothing illegal about XVM. In fact, when you download XVM, you go through Wargaming's website, I'm pretty sure. Like, you have to sign in through Wargaming's website. So I would assume that that means that they like sponsor it or whatever the term is for that. But anyway, we're gonna clean this guy up, the Iron Army, because I feel like these people just they don't really want to make this play, right? They're kind of timid to make this play, for one, and two, they're slower than I am. So I figured I can just whip down there, clean up the Iron Army, and now we can run in, spot the 283, and we're going to get some spotting on this guy. Now, something to note here is, by the time I get here, look at the west side of the map. So this is another thing. The whole west side of the map, I kind of want to draw on the map, but I can't without the XVM. That's another thing, right? You can draw on the map, even on the replays. But you can see the BZs here, the SMV. Like, this is not great. We have a TNH kind of camping back here, a Progetto. These are two tanks I wouldn't expect to be camping, but it is what it is. 283 is going to try and come after me after he realizes he is spotted, and it's not going to work. So I'm going to come back. I get hit by Artie a little bit there, but it's not changing much. You know, we're basically 282 HP. We're likely a 2-shot to some people, 1-shot to some people, but at this point, I'm not really too concerned about it, man. With 54% concealment, you will find that you don't get as nervous because you just don't get spotted very often. Like, look at this. We come up next to we're like 100 meters from this guy, and he has no idea we're here other than the tree I just knocked, right? So I see the T95, you know, it's like I could go after this guy, but it wouldn't be a smart play at all. And then I'm realizing, like, I can only do so much from here. Like, I don't really have the support. The team is, you know, spread very thin. And this is the thing is sometimes it gets to a point when you're in a light tank where you need to make a decision one way or the other, defend the base or attack. And, you know, when your team is all spread out like this, it just becomes questionable, right? You really have to determine what you want to do. And in a light tank, I would always tell you guys, I would emphasize, you don't always have to be doing something. I always say this to people. If you need to kind of take 5 seconds, even 10 seconds, and just look at the map. Like, I've watched Lemming Rush do this in his like live videos. He would literally, like his session videos, I should say, he would literally just take his hands off the keyboard and go, okay, this person's there, that person's there, what plays can I make? And I literally will see him go like this. And sometimes you just need to take 5 seconds, take 10 seconds, park in a bush, and assess the situation. And that's what I do. I assess the situation, and I'm like, we got to defend the base. Where is the best spot that I can defend the base from on Erlenberg? Well, you can come back here, but the Panther and Scorpion are here. I get to about this area, and I'm realizing, all right, so their entire team is kind of in the mid here, and also they've won the West. In this situation, what would be the best spot for me? I know this little hill exists with all these trees that have already been knocked down. The best thing I could do is put myself right here, right? Because I can spot people that are across the river. Like, I can spot them before they even make this cross, and likely the Scorpion's going to have shots at those people, right? So I'm going to roll up here, I'm going to get into this tree, and sure enough, we spot the AMBT, he's getting hit. We spot this guy that was over here, I don't remember what it was, but he died. And now we're in a situation where we can spot the BZ dies, and that's phenomenal because the BZ is one of the biggest threats here, in my opinion. That tank is very OP, and they were able to clean him up. Now, just watch how this game kind of progresses. What can I do now? It's like, you have to constantly be thinking, what's next, and at this point, one play that could be made is I could try and come up into this tree line, but it's not worth it because you have the AMBT and the 283 here. So I'm assessing this, and I'm thinking, like, realistically, I don't think I can make a play here. That's what's going through my mind. I'm just going to sit here, I'm going to wait for the CS and the CS59 and CS63 to try and do something, but I told them, don't do anything risky, because look, there's only 3-something minutes left in this game, and we're down by 2,000 HP in 2 tanks, according to what I can see on the map, right? T95 was like full HP, he hasn't done anything, and now at this point I'm thinking, I don't want the 121B or the T95 to push up the east flank. We can't lose the east as well, so what am I going to do? I'm going to come back up this hill and just double check that. Again, 3 minutes left. That's what's going through my mind. Like, what what else do I need to do to win us this game? Now, the CS63 and the CS59 clean up this whole area on the map. That was huge, man. I'll tell you guys that. That was huge. And now this is a situation where I'm like, we might be able to win this. Like, the couple of us here might be able to carry this game. And the TDs follow, at least the Panther. I would almost consider the Panther a TD, right? The Scorpion follows, and now I'm like, wow, we might actually have like a collective effort here. And we might be able to win this game. But now I'm running around and I'm like, I don't know where to go because the team is split so much that this is the problem you face, guys, is you don't know which way to go. And this map is so large, you're not looking at like a little Ensk map or anything like that. Like, we have a lot of ground to cover, and it's just, we're not going to have the time, right? So I'm going to slow this down so you can kind of see the shots I get here on the Peregrine. That one misses. This one goes through, and then this shot was just awful by me. Watch this freaking noob of a shot right here. So I see the guy, and I just kind of like throw the shot there in the middle, and you can blame this on the accuracy of the even 90. It's pretty, you know, dog crap. But I mean, it's not that bad to the, like, I could have just aimed the shot better, right? But at this point, 45 seconds left. I'm sure you guys can guess what's going to happen here. Peregrine ends up dying to the Scorpion. I believe he got the shot, right? CS63 actually got the shot. And we're just going to run out of time here, guys. There's not enough time. I'm sprinting towards the T95. The already dies to the CS63, I believe. And yeah, the CS63 played a really good game. Scorpion had a great... We all played a good game. A lot of us had a very... I don't want to say great, but it was another one of those games where a good amount of players did well on my team. So very, like, I should say balanced. I think that's the word I'm looking for. And overall, I can't complain. Like, it's a draw. I don't like draws, but this is one of the better draws that I've had, right? We ended up doing 5,500 spotting, 530 damage. This is over 6,000 combined, and I'll take that. During holiday ops with all the coin bonuses and stuff, man, I will take that. I think this game got me like 200k or something like that, even with the draw. Maybe 150, or I don't know. We'll take a look, guys, because I have the M plates, but I know this video is getting a little long, so we'll try and get through the M plates pretty quickly, but I have them backwards here. I normally do the personal score first. So 5576, 530, second class. This was a scout badge or whatever that is. And 643 experience. We were top here. Obviously, damage is kind of irrelevant, but we're top by experience. And yeah, I mean, it looks like both of these teams were like fairly balanced, which is rare, right? That's when you get these good games, is when the teams are actually somewhat balanced. So CS63, again, phenomenal game. CS59 also did well, and you know, I have nothing bad to say about this team. We tried our best. Again, it felt like a fairly collective effort. People were kind of passive, but you know, this is a free-to-play game. There's a lot of players that play this game that are very casual, and again, I'm in the Baboons 2 clan. We're baboons, man. We don't insult anybody. Even if someone seems like a total noob, it doesn't matter to us. Like, I'm just glad to play with people that enjoy the game. Like, I am not one of these toxic players that's going to call people out in the chat. We don't do that. So if you guys join my Twitch channel, we don't do that. There's no toxicity with the baboons. We believe the game is for everyone, and that toxicity just doesn't. There's so much of it in World of Tanks already. It doesn't belong anywhere near me. I don't want that. So I just want to make sure I put that in this video, and probably in every other video I make, right? But I don't do that toxicity crap. Anyway, we're gonna look at the detailed report. 156k, guys, and we got 20k into the credit reserve, and yeah, that's it. This tank, I am stacked with this tank, right? And I promised to talk about crew in my next video, so I'm going to talk about that here. In terms of crew, I was asked a couple times in the comments, like, why not Brothers in Arms? I do put Brothers in Arms, or Brother in Arms, on tanks that I have a really good crew in. LT432, T54 lightweight, I think, has it. Even 90, because this crew is stacked. But I would consider it to be either the third or fourth skill. And the reason I say this, and again, this is personal preference, but I would rather have concealment first, and then situational awareness and those kinds of things, and then snapshot and smooth ride. And again, I can show you guys this very, very briefly. If we go to my YouTube channel again, real quick, and we just go to here to the index. This is skill for LTU's index. If we just type in anything, let's go with LT432. That's a very standard light tank. Here it is. This is how skill would set it up, right? If you have a 1 skill crew, concealment first, 2 skilled crew, situational awareness, snapshot, smooth ride, and then your 3rd skill, that's when you're going to go for brothers in arms or brother in arms. And I believe this is the best way to do it. And then you retrain your crew once you get up to that 3rd, put brother in arms first, and then concealment, and then snapshot, smooth ride, situational awareness. I would probably put concealment after this. For me personally, I cannot play without snapshot or smooth ride. I love snapshot and smooth ride. Like once I started playing with them at 100%, I can't play a vehicle without them. It's just the dispersion, man, is just freaking all over the place, and I can't do it. So this is a really good page. If you guys are ever wondering how you should set up vehicles, skill for LTU index, it's on my YouTube channel. You can just click it right here. And I got a couple other things here as well. But again, my Twitch channel, the most important, and then skills index, guys. And this is a crazy page that he's put hours and hours and hours and hours into. I mean, he basically does this kind of thing as his job. So just keep that in mind. You know, he puts a lot of effort into it. So there's that, guys. This video has been very long, but I hope you enjoyed it. We're at like 20 minutes. Again, subscribe to the Twitch channel, and I hope you guys are having you know, a fantastic time with your families. Again, I'm not going to see my family for Christmas, but I hope you all are, and just take care of each other, man. Like, I know some people sometimes in families have that drama and stuff like that. Maybe you don't like a certain member of your family. I don't really have that problem. I'm blessed to have a phenomenal family, guys. But during the holidays, just really, really remember that family is all you got. You know, treat everyone in your family with respect, and just try and have a great time. That's what the holidays are about. And I just feel like everyone should do their best to get along with their family, enjoy that time, because nobody is promised tomorrow, right? You just never know what can happen in life. So thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for your subscriptions. Please do also comment. It really helps. Like, I love getting comments because I do this for free, right? So I would emphasize for you guys to comment, and you can like, but if you comment, at least we can have a discussion, and it's something for me to do, right? Because again, I don't get paid for this. So I feed off of your guys' comments. I love your guys' comments. So feel free to comment, guys, and that's it. Twitch channel, and all right, I'm out. Bye-bye, guys. Have a good one.